Are you craving real rest, not just sleep, but that deep kind of rest that calms your nerves, quiets your thoughts, and lets your body fully let go? If so, what I'm about to share may gently shift how you think about your nighttime routine. Tonight, we're exploring a surprising yet age-old idea: 7 types of alcohol that, when chosen carefully and used with intention, may actually help older adults sleep more soundly. Not for escape, not for numbness, but as part of a quiet, mindful evening ritual. As we grow older, our melatonin levels drop, our digestion slows, and sleep becomes more easily disturbed. But certain types of alcohol rooted in tradition, slow sipping, and balance can work in harmony with your body's natural rhythm. With the right kind and the right amount, they can ease tension, settle the mind, and prepare you for sleep. That feels truly restorative. Let's take a closer look together. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Tart cherry wine. It may feel unexpected to begin a conversation about better sleep with a glass of wine. But tart cherry wine is unlike most. This isn't about alcohol for escape or drowsiness. It's about restoring rhythm. Tart cherry wine, when crafted gently and without additives, becomes a quiet elixir, one rooted in both tradition and science. Within its deep ruby hue lies something rare, naturally occurring: melatonin, the very hormone your brain relies on to guide you into restful, uninterrupted sleep. As we grow older, melatonin production decline. That's why many seniors find themselves wide awake at 2 a.m., staring into the dark, wondering what changed. Montmorency tart cherries, the kind used in the best cherry wines, are one of nature's few dietary sources of melatonin. And when fermented slowly, their sleep-supportive compounds are preserved. Just a small pour, 2 to 3 ounces taken about an hour before bed, can gently encourage your body to return to its natural sleep rhythm. But the magic doesn't end with melatonin. Tart cherry wine is also rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants known for reducing inflammation and supporting brain health. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is one of the silent barriers to deep rest. It keeps the nervous system slightly agitated, never fully letting go. The antioxidants in cherry wine help ease that tension. They soothe the internal edges so your body can soften, your breath can slow, and your thoughts can begin to settle. And let's not overlook the ritual itself. The act of sipping a warm or room temperature glass, breathing in the subtle aroma, holding that moment of stillness, it becomes a message to your entire nervous system. A signal that the day is over and it's safe to unwind. This isn't about indulgence. It's about creating a space where the body feels supported, not sedated. Choose a cherry wine that is organic, lightly fermented, and completely unsweetened. Steer clear of high sugar or fortified versions, which can raise blood glucose and interfere with the very rest you're trying to protect. In a world that so often turns to fast solutions or prescription sleep aids, this modest glass offers something deeper, a way to gently reconnect with the rhythms your body once knew by heart. And while tart cherry wine carries the power of restoration, the next drink brings something even more ancient. A calming force used in sacred rituals and quiet kitchens for thousands of years, stilling the mind and centering the heart, one slow sip at a time. Let's move into that now. 2. Barley-Based light beer. In a world that moves fast and never seems to pause, the thought of sipping a beer before bed might feel out of place. But long before sleep clinics and prescriptions, people turned to simple barley-based brews, not for celebration, but for healing. When chosen carefully and enjoyed in modest amounts, a light beer made from whole barley can serve as a gentle nerve soother, easing the quiet tensions that tend to build with age. Barley isn't flashy. It's not trendy or bold, but it carries within it something deeply grounding, rich in magnesium. It offers support right where many older adults need it most. As we age, magnesium levels tend to dip, leading to symptoms that disrupt sleep, restless legs, muscle twitches, or that common feeling of lying in bed both tired and wired. Just a small glass of barley-based beer can help replenish this vital mineral, gently inviting the muscles to release and the mind to slow down. Barley also contains hordenine, a naturally occurring compound that helps lift the mood and support emotional balance. Think of it as a soft sigh for the brain, an easing of mental chatter, a subtle quieting of overthinking. This isn't about drinking to forget. It's about drinking to come home to yourself. It's about returning to the body's natural pace after a long, demanding day. The way you drink it matters. 2. A few slow sips of light beer in the evening. Perhaps while listening to soft music or watching the light fade from the sky. Becomes more than a habit. It becomes a ritual that tells your nervous system it's time to let go. This isn't the kind of beer you'd reach for at a barbecue or during a game. It's the kind you share with yourself in stillness. Just half a bottle is enough. Ideally with a light, fiber-rich meal to support digestion and steady blood sugar. Avoid heavy or overly bitter brews. They tax the stomach and interrupt rest. What you want is subtle, soft, barley-based, and brewed without excess. And while barley beer brings the body into calm, the next drink brings a deeper, more ancient kind of support. Rooted in centuries of tradition, red wine has quietly held a place in the story of aging hearts, dreaming minds, and long, peaceful nights. Let's move into that now. 3. Dry red wine. There's a reason why in places where people live long and age, gracefully regions like southern Italy or the quiet villages of France, you'll often find a single glass of dry red wine on the dinner table each evening. It's not just tradition, it's a rhythm, a kind of inherited wisdom that recognizes rest doesn't begin the moment your head meets the pillow. It begins with how you choose to close the day. Dry red wine, when chosen mindfully and sipped in moderation, carries with it more than flavor. It holds resveratrol, a plant-based compound known for its powerful ability to reduce inflammation and support the heart. For older adults, this is especially important. Chronic low-grade inflammation becomes more common with age. And though it may not feel dramatic, it steadily interferes with the nervous system, making it harder to relax, harder to stay asleep, and harder to feel refreshed come morning. But what red wine also helps address is cortisol, the body's stress hormone. Cortisol tends to remain elevated in the evenings, especially in those who've carried the responsibilities and emotional weight of many years. When cortisol lingers, sleep becomes light, fragmented, and emotionally unsatisfying. A small glass, 2 to 3 ounces of dry, unfortified red wine can serve as a quiet signal to your system. The day is done, the work is over, and you are safe to let go. This isn't about checking out. It's not about numbing. It's about showing your body some reverence. When paired with a warm, whole food dinner, perhaps roasted root vegetables, a handful of greens, or a bit of brown rice, the wine becomes part of a soothing ritual. It slows your breathing, eases your pulse, and gently invites your heart to soften its rhythm. Choose a wine that's organic and low in residual sugar. Let it sit and breathe before you sip. Just as you allow yourself a moment to pause and settle, this isn't just wine. It's a nightly anchor, a way to come back into balance, physically, emotionally, and even spiritually. And while red wine comforts the heart and steadies the pulse, what comes next reaches deeper still. A drink crafted from ancient herbs, once used in monastic healing traditions, that speaks not just to the body but to the soul. Let's explore that next. 4. Herbal Liqueurs. In a world filled with quick fixes and sleeping pills, it's easy to forget that some of the most effective remedies for rest have been with us for centuries. Tucked quietly inside small amber bottles, passed from generation to generation, herbal liqueurs like Amaro, Benedictine, or Chartreuse aren't just after-dinner indulgences. They are time-honored blends of botanicals, once created by monks and healers, used to soothe the body, calm the mind, and ease digestion after the evening meal. What sets these herbal liqueurs apart is their purpose. They're not crafted for intoxication. They're crafted for support, infused with 20 to 30 herbs, roots, flowers, and spices. These blends carry the spirit of plant medicine. Lemon balm for calming anxious thoughts, angelica root to soften the stomach, chamomile to quiet the nerves, peppermint to cool the system and signal the body that it's time to wind down. Each one playing its part in a gentle, natural symphony that supports your transition into sleep. For older adults, where both mental stress and digestive discomfort often go hand in hand, this kind of layered support can be deeply helpful. Just 1 ounce, taken slowly after dinner, offers more than taste. It helps guide the body away from tension and toward rest. The herbs work behind the scenes, lowering your heart rate, calming your gut, easing inflammation, not by sedating, but by rebalancing. Unlike modern sleep aids that overpower the system, Herbal Liqueurs offer a quiet invitation. And just as important as the liquid itself is, the ritual that surrounds it, pour it into a small glass. Sit down, no screens, no distractions. Let yourself breathe. Let the stillness return, the warmth of the herbs, the calm of the moment. It all adds up to a memory your body remembers. 1 sip at a time, you reconnect with the rhythm of rest. Of course, not all herbal blends are created equal. Choose one made with real herbs, minimal sugar, and no artificial flavorings. Look for authenticity, not imitation. These are not cocktails. They are companions in stillness. And while herbal liqueurs speak to the calming of the nerves, the next drink reaches deeper still. It's filled with warmth and spice, a comfort meant for colder nights and tender hearts. Let's turn now to the next sip in this journey. 5. Mulled wine. There's something timeless about ending the day with a warm cup of mulled wine. It's more than a drink. It's a quiet invitation for the body to slow down. A signal that the day is complete and rest is near. For many seniors who find that sleep has grown more delicate over the years, this centuries-old remedy offers more than just comfort. It provides a gentle, layered approach to settling both body and mind. At its core, mulled wine begins with dry red wine, rich in resveratrol and polyphenols that support heart health and calm the nervous system. But when it's gently simmered with traditional spices like cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, and orange peel, it transforms into something deeper, something medicinal. Each of these spices brings a specific kind of relief. Cinnamon helps to stabilize blood sugar, an important step for avoiding nighttime awakenings. Clove brings mild muscle relaxation. Nutmeg supports mood and digestion. And the aroma alone, the warm, familiar scent, triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, guiding the body away from stress and into a place of calm. There's also a unique kind of healing that comes from the warmth itself. As the mulled wine is heated, it naturally encourages blood flow to the skin. Fingers and toes begin to feel less cold. The chest opens. The breath becomes deeper. For older adults who tend to lose warmth at night, this small rise in body temperature can help sustain deeper sleep and reduce those early morning hours of tossing and turning. But perhaps what makes mulled wine so powerful is the process. It asks for presence. There's no rushing through it. You warm the wine, add the spices, stir gently. The act itself is grounding. By the time it's ready to pour, your body is already easing into rest. Use a small amount, no more than 3 ounces, and prepare it at home. With whole ingredients and very little sugar, sip slowly. Let the steam rise. Let your body soften. And while mulled wine warms from the outside in, the next drink reaches inward, rooted in quiet Eastern traditions. It's a fermented tonic, often forgotten but quietly powerful. It brings calm not just to the body but to the gut, where true rest begins. Let's turn now to that final ally. 6. Sake Japanese rice wine. Of all the evening drinks meant to calm the body and invite rest, sake may be the most quietly powerful and often overlooked. This smooth, rice-based wine from Japan carries more than flavor. It brings with it a sense of ceremony, balance, and deep respect for the body's natural rhythms. While many think of sake in the context of festivals or toasts, when approached with care and intention, it becomes a gentle nighttime ally, one that speaks softly to the aging body and helps prepare it for sleep in the most natural way. Sake is naturally low in alcohol compared to many Western spirits, and that makes a difference. It delivers its effects gradually, not with a crash, but with a calm landing. It also contains amino acids that support the production of GABA, a neurotransmitter known to quiet the brain, ease anxiety and slow overstimulation. For older adults especially, this kind of gentle neurological support is ideal. It doesn't force the body into sleep, it guides it there, respectfully and without strain. Digestion. 2. Benefits from this ancient drink. Many seniors struggle with nighttime discomfort, bloating, reflux, or simply the weight of an unsettled meal. A small cup of warm sake, taken after a light dinner, can help stimulate healthy digestion while also soothing the nervous system. It clears the internal noise that so often keeps the body on edge long after bedtime. Just as important as its ingredients is the ritual. Sake asks for your attention. It invites you to slow down. Pour it into a small ceramic cup. Let your hands feel its warmth. Sip slowly, without distraction. This isn't about entertainment or habit. It's about presence. Just 1 to 2 ounces, warmed gently to body temperature, is enough. Always choose unsweetened, traditional sake, clear, clean, and free from additives. Let it become part of your rhythm. Not just something you drink, but something you feel, while sake works inward, centering the body and quieting the mind. There is still one more drink to discover. One that offers a deeper layer of support. One that feeds the gut, the place where mood, immunity, and sleep all begin. It may be the most surprising sleep enhancer of all. And it's waiting in the final step of this journey. Let's explore it now. 7. Fermented herbal cider. Of all the ways we've tried to reclaim deep, restful sleep through pills, routines, supplements, blackout curtains, there's one pathway often left unexplored. Even though it quietly governs so much of how we rest the gut, and few drinks nurture this connection as gently and effectively as a well-crafted fermented herbal cider. Not the sugary, store-bought versions, but a living tonic made through the natural fermentation of apples and infused with calming herbs like lavender, chamomile, or hops. These are not beverages meant to intoxicate. They're meant to bring the body back into harmony. As we grow older, the relationship between gut and brain becomes more sensitive. Digestive discomfort, sluggish metabolism, or imbalanced gut flora can all disrupt sleep without warning. Even when your evening routine feels just right, these hidden imbalances can keep your system wired. Fermented herbal cider works on both sides of the equation. Its live probiotics help rebalance the gut microbiome, and its herbal infusions speak directly to the nervous system through the vagus nerve, that powerful connection between digestion and brain activity. The result is often a slow, noticeable shift. The belly feels lighter. The breath deepens. Thoughts begin to drift and soften. It's not sedation, it's realignment. The natural acids in fermented cider, paired with herbs, help reduce inflammation and encourage the release of serotonin, which eventually becomes melatonin, your brain's own sleep signal. Take this drink gently, ideally about an hour or two after dinner. Once digestion has begun, but before the body prepares to fully power down, just half a glass is enough. Sip it chilled, or at room temperature. Let it move through you like a soft tide. Avoid any ciders that contain added sugars, flavorings, or carbonation. They disrupt the calm you're building and confuse the body's internal cues. This isn't just a nightcap. It's a message, a quiet affirmation that your body is supported, your gut is soothed, and your mind can let go. It becomes part of your rhythm, a small act of nourishment with outsized effects. And now, as we arrive at the end of this journey through nature's gentlest sleep allies, one final truth remains. What happens when these evening rituals evolve into something more, when they stop being remedies and become rhythms that guide the way we age, rest, and live fully, peacefully, and with intention? Let's reflect on that together. 8. Senior sleep safety tips when using alcohol. For many older adults searching for gentler ways to wind down, at the end of the day, the soft comfort of a warm evening drink can feel like a steady hand on the shoulder, a quiet reassurance that rest is near. But even the most soothing alcohols, when used in later years, require a new level of awareness. As we age, our bodies process alcohol differently. What once felt light or harmless can now linger longer, affect coordination, interfere with sleep cycles, or interact unpredictably with medications. That's why, if alcohol is to serve as a support for sleep, not an escape, it must be approached with care, patience, and presence. Less is truly more. In youth, a full glass of wine may have gone unnoticed. But in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, even 2 ounces can shift how we sleep. I feel, or wake up. Alcohol shouldn't be treated like a sedative. Instead, see it as a soft signal, a message to the body that it's time to release the day. Used in small amounts at the right time, it can support your transition to rest. But when overused or consumed too late, it sends mixed signals. You might fall asleep quickly, but wake at 3 a.m. with a racing heart, dry mouth, or restless thoughts that won't settle. Always avoid drinking on an empty stomach. Without food, alcohol is absorbed quickly and its effects hit harder. Pair your drink with something nourishing, fiber-rich grains, healthy fats, warm vegetables, so your body processes it more slowly and steadily. Be mindful of medications, blood pressure prescriptions, antidepressants, sleep aids, and even common pain relievers can cause dangerous side effects when mixed with alcohol. If you're unsure, consult your doctor or pharmacist. Hydration is just as important. A glass of water before and after your sip supports your liver, keeps your circulation steady, and helps prevent next-day grogginess. Most importantly, choose ritual over routine. Avoid turning this moment into a nightly habit. Instead, let it be an intentional practice, something you return to 2 or 3 nights a week when your body asks for calm. Make it sacred, not automatic, because restful sleep isn't about forcing silence onto your mind. It's about creating the space through thoughtful rhythms where your body feels safe enough to drift there on its own, and that, perhaps, is the most powerful gift these evening sips can offer. A return to trust, a soft surrender, one mindful moment at a time. Final reflections. Turning your evening sip into something more than a habit, into a ritual of renewal, is one of the most meaningful gifts you can offer yourself as you age. Sleep, once so effortless in younger years, often becomes more fragile with time. Not because your need for it has changed, but because your body's response has softened The cues are quieter, the rhythm slower, and the noise of the day tends to linger long after the lights go out. But perhaps the way back to deep rest isn't found in stronger pills or tighter routines. Maybe it begins with something smaller, something more human. Each of the drinks we've shared, whether it's the melatonin-rich tart cherry wine or the calming fermented herbal cider, isn't just about what's in the glass. It's about what the moment represents. These are not beverages meant for escape. They are gentle signals to the body that it's time to shift from movement to stillness, from alertness to ease, from effort to rest. They don't force sleep. They support the systems already within you, quietly asking for the chance to do what they were designed to do. And this is especially true for seniors as we age. Rituals take on a different kind of meaning. They become anchors, moments that bring the body back into harmony, that offer comfort without demands, safety without sedation. When you sip with intention, when you sit in stillness and allow your body to be present, you're sending a powerful message to your nervous system. It's okay now. You've done enough. You can let go. That kind of message is more than physical. It reaches the heart. It settles the mind. It creates the kind of space where healing can begin. So, if you choose to include one of these evening drinks in your routine, let it become more than just a beverage. Let it be a quiet moment of connection with yourself. Dim the lights. Put down the phone. Wrap your hands around the warmth of the glass. Let your breath slow. And allow sleep to return not as something you have to earn, but as something you already deserve. Because aging with grace isn't just about more years. It's about finding more depth in the moments between them. And sometimes, the most powerful shift begins with one simple, thoughtful sip. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching. And here's to living life on your own terms.